What's going on, guys? Romer the Romer here. For those of you that don't know who I am, I sold $1.4 million in used books last year. This year I'm transitioning my business model, or supplementing my business model, with online arbitrage. It's where we buy products from various websites like Walmart.com, Target.com, and a lot of other really profitable websites. And we buy the products from there, ship them to a prep center. The prep center packs them up, ships them to Amazon. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I use and manage a prep center. And people argue with me on this, but if you're prepping less than 15,000 items a month, our biggest month last year, we did like 13,000 items. If you're prepping less than, for me, 30,000. As long as I'm prepping less than 30,000 items a month, I'm willing to pay $30,000 for prep, because otherwise you have to buy a warehouse or lease a warehouse. You have to get employees, which are a pain in the ass to manage. You have to physically have a location, and you probably have to show up to that location. And so once I reach 30,000 plus units I'm prepping each month, I'm just going to hire somebody, pay him $100,000 a year, and buy a warehouse in the middle of Kentucky or Tennessee. And that's that. But until then, I'm going to use a prep center, because I would much rather be using my time, energy, and effort to source more profitable products, which is like the most valuable thing you can be doing in your business, is coming up with a good system for finding profitable products over and over again. But I'm preaching to the choir, right? You guys have been following me for a while. Hopefully you guys are already running Amazon businesses, but if you're not running an Amazon business, now's a great time to start. But if you're going to start, you need a prep center if you don't want to be prepping all the items yourself, which is a pain in the ass.
Look, grind hard, well done, sir, and welcome to the freaking well show. And party central to my well ones, a night of violated hell codes. Dope sells like the charge do, but selling's all about potential.
So here's my exact strategy here. Here's my exact system. I put this in a flow chart so you guys can follow. VAs source the products. They add them to a Google Sheet. I check the products and make sure that they're profitable. And then I tell my main assistant to purchase the products. So Earn purchases the product, and he ships them to a prep center in Montana. By the way, if you guys want to use this prep center, full disclaimer, I just started using them, but they communicate great. They seem like they're going to be amazing. My friends use them. So the benefit of shipping to a prep center in Montana is it is tax-free. So when you're buying products online, you have to pay sales tax. And if you ship them to a tax-free state, you don't have to pay sales tax. So for every $100,000 you spend, depending on what state you live in, and I think in Tennessee it's like a 9% sales tax, I'm saving $9,000 for every $100K I spend. So it just makes so much fucking sense. Excuse my language. If you got kids around, tell them to leave the room, because I'm not going to stop cussing, because I'm really passionate about this shit. And prep centers. I love prep centers. And yeah, basically you can save a lot of money by shipping to a tax-free state. Other tax-free states are Delaware, I think New Hampshire. Yeah, there's many out there. You can just Google them. But Tiger Lilly prepandship.com, if you guys want to use them. They've prepped 0 items for me yet, but I've shipped them over $7,000 worth of items, and they communicate good. I've heard good things from my friends. They live in a tax-free state, sales tax-free state. They seem like they're going to be legit. Anyway, let's continue to dive into this. And this is where my expertise with selling books comes in handy. I've already dealt with all this shit before, having prep centers prep books for me. So the prep center checks in the shipment, meaning that they receive the shipment and they say, hey, look, we have received X tracking number. Make sure the prep center you use acknowledges that packages are received. Okay, there's 2 different types of acknowledgement that a package is received or delivered. One is from the carrier, so FedEx, UPS, they are going to say, hey, your package was delivered. If you just search any tracking number on Google, it'll tell you if it was delivered or not. So number 1, did the carrier say it was delivered? Okay, carrier says it was delivered. Did the prep center acknowledge it? Very important step there. My camera's about to die, so I'm gonna make this video short. If the camera dies, you guys will just lose my beautiful face, and we'll keep it rolling here on the computer. Okay, so very important. Carrier says it was acknowledged. Then the prep center has to say it was acknowledged. There will be a discrepancy at scale. There will be packages that says it was delivered by the carrier, but it was not acknowledged by the prep center. Okay, this is a huge thing I learned last year, dealing with thousands and thousands of packages being delivered from my book business. This will happen. It's 2 people's fault, 1 or 2 people's fault. either it's a carrier's fault, and if it's carrier's fault, get paid by the carrier ASAP. Start a case with them, try and get paid. Good luck. You're probably not going to get paid, but FedEx is better than USPS, and FedEx will pay you for items. So you got to have a system in place. USPS is not going to pay you. They could lose $1 million ring that you ship, and they don't give a fuck. They are just going to say, sorry about that. Better luck next time. But these other carriers, they may actually pay you for lost items. That's why it's important to put a declared value on packages. But I don't think you really have any control over that because you're ordering these items from Walmart, different websites, so you can't put a declared value anyway. So carrier, number one, start a case with them. Number two, if it says it was delivered but the prep center does not acknowledge it, maybe the prep center lost it. So come up with a policy with the prep center ahead of time, which I actually haven't done with Tiger Lilly Prep yet. But my other prep centers, we have an agreement that if they lose my shit, they will pay me for my shit. Okay? Which I am going to do with Tiger Lilly Prep soon. That is something else to do. Make sure there is an agreement in place that they will pay for it. And then have your team check every single day. At least I have my team check every day because it's super important. That out of all the items you have, if you guys look at this spreadsheet here, we have all the tracking numbers. Every single day they check the tracking numbers. We actually have software that uploads to it, tracks via FedEx's API and makes sure that the item is updated for all of our users at restrictedinventory.com. It tells you, has it been delivered or has it not been delivered? So we have a software that does this, but you can simply have your team copy and paste every tracking number into Google and see which ones are delivered. All the ones that were delivered, you need to make sure that the prep center has acknowledged it. So we make sure the prep center acknowledges that. And then once they acknowledge that, we should actually have a column here to the right. Again, I'm just starting this process with the prep center in Montana. That's why I'm updating the spreadsheet now. But we'll add acknowledged. And they'll put yes if it's acknowledged. Or my team will put that they acknowledged it. We always want to make it pretty easy for the prep center, but you want the prep center to make sure they acknowledge a package when it gets delivered, okay? And then you want to make sure you get paid by either the carrier or the prep center if they lose your items. For every day, this is a rule that we have, for every day that the shipment, for every day that the carrier says it was delivered but the prep center does not check it in, my team will message the prep center. We're super annoying. Every 24 hours we're messaging, hey, are you going to check it in? Hey, are you going to check it in? Hey, are you going to check it in? This prevents weeks going by and then finding out, oh, 3 weeks ago a package was delivered but nobody acknowledged it. What are you going to do then? It's gone. Nobody knows. If you get it right to the source, there's a higher chance that, oh, so-and-so put it on the dock. Or, oh, it was never actually delivered. Then you know it's a carrier's fault. Like, you just get to the bottom of it quicker. Okay, next is, after that, Prep Center matches the physical product to the correct ASIN. So if you look at this sheet here, we have the price that we want it listed at, and we have the ASIN that we want the product listed under, and we also have the name of the product. So they have these socks, they know to match it to this ASIN, and they know what to price it at. Those are the important things. For me, they're listing all of these under the same source for now. All my online arbitrage products get listed under the same source because I'm going to make sure that this source has a specific repricing strategy that's different than my books. So right now it's Avery-OA, Avery Online Arbitrage. Everything that has Avery Online Arbitrage as a source is going to get priced a certain way. But if you really wanted to be meticulous, you want to and track where did you get the products, blah, 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 you could have them work that into the SKU. But currently our SKUs just say Avery-OA, and I think it's like the date, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into the listing process here. I'm just going into the Prep Center stuff. If you guys want a video on how we list, comment below. I do have other videos that break that down, but just let me know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Just have the Prep Center figured out. I let the Prep Center use whatever they like. We use Inventory Lab. I'm going to have my listing software come out soon. They'll be using that afterwards. We've had Prep Centers use AccelerList. A new Prep Center just wanted a new software, and we're like, sure, we signed up for it. Whatever makes it easiest with a Prep Center, we go ahead and use. As long as the source and the ASIN and the product and the price are all good, I don't care what they use to source. Okay. In addition to this, after you order a product, so we're going back to the tracking side of things. When you order a product, an email is going to arrive in your inbox with a tracking number. So that's when the tracking number gets uploaded to the spreadsheet after we get the email that your order has been shipped. You can't get the tracking number until the order has been shipped. Let's see what else we do here. We actually do upload it, as I said, to my software. So we connect to UPS. I think we don't connect to UPS, but we do connect to FedEx's API, and that just makes it easier for my team because FedEx API, my software checks every single day. Has the package been delivered? And then we also have an invoice that is sent to our email, and we just make sure to grab that invoice and put it somewhere. I don't know where they're putting it right now, but they take that invoice, and I would like it if they would add it in the spreadsheet. But it's probably in a different spreadsheet with all of our items. We have another spreadsheet that tracks the profitability of our business, and I bet they put the invoice there. So if Amazon ever asks for the invoice, we can simply go to the spreadsheet, grab the invoice. We don't have to go to the inbox on Gmail or anything like that. It's all consolidated in one place. So that's how we manage a prep center. That's how we deal with it. Hopefully that video was beneficial for you guys. Pretty simple process when it comes down to it. If you guys have any tips for me, maybe I'm not doing something that I should be doing. When it comes to a prep center, in my opinion, you shouldn't be paying over $1.50 per item. I've been able to find prep centers that do items for $1. I've heard Amazon Lit, they run a massive wholesale business. I've heard that their average cost per item for them in-house with their warehouse, with all their employees, I've heard that their cost is still $1 and a penny on average per unit. Now, of course, they have an in-house operation. Their employees are doing other things. They probably own their warehouse. What's it called? Equity with that. Like, they have a lot of other benefits that's going on because they have the warehouse, but they're still paying on average $1 and a penny per unit. So if you're at a smaller scale, why not just use a prep center, free your time up, and then you can focus on sourcing profitable products. That's it, guys. Much love. Lightly tap that like button if this video was informative. Smash that like button if you got massive value out of this. Comment below if you have questions or any tips for me. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.